Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be working on my GR Corolla, but I thought I would, before I got started into that, I just wanted to let you guys know a little bit about me. I've had my YouTube channel now for 5 years, and I generally work on my cars, but I do help friends and family and stuff on their cars too. But I started my channel because I didn't like the way a lot of people showed things. They didn't show everything, they skipped around. So I wanted to show the process from start to end so that people could do it themselves if they've never worked on a car. I'm not a mechanic by trade, but I've been working and wrenching on cars since I was about 17 years old. And I actually got my start from my best friend in high school. And actually, I guess it was about 16 when he used to do a lot of work, and his dad did, and things. So I kind of learned the basics from him, and most everything else has been self-taught. But I've been working on cars for decades now, and I am 63. I am getting older, but I'm still very young at heart. So I enjoy working on my cars. I enjoy driving my cars and just being around the car scene and the car culture. And so I just wanted you to know a little bit about me and kind of my background. I don't have the cred that some of the other people have because I'm not a Toyota Master Tech or anything, but I know that I know what I'm doing, and I know it gets done right if I'm doing it. So I trust myself a lot more than I trust other mechanics and places at dealers. And not that there's not people out there that know a lot more than I do, because I don't know everything by a long stretch, and I know that. But I'm lucky enough that I do know several Toyota Master Techs, so if I'm ever in over my head, I've got them to ask or to get their help. So, and that does happen from time to time. But today, I'm going to be doing a modification on my GR Corolla. And I would sure love from everybody if they really help me grow my channel. Like I said, I've been doing this for 5 years now. 6 years, I don't know, somewhere in there. It was during COVID when I started it. And but every like and subscribe and view and all that stuff really helps small channels like mine. So I would appreciate the support. And today I'm going to be working on the mounts for these. These are Diode Dynamics SSC2 lights. These are the pro versions. They're the driving light, and they are very, very bright, small but mighty. And I have been working with Altered All-Wheel Drive. He's got a channel on Esty, and he makes a lot of things for Subarus, stuff. But I saw that he made some special mounts for GR86 to attach some aftermarket lights. And we went to work. Now, this has been going on for I actually contacted him about a year ago. And for the last 6-7 months, we've been going back and forth with prototypes and trying to get the exact type of mount that we wanted to mount these lights to the front grille. And this is the final thing. Let me get it. So this is the final piece. It's nice and thin. It doesn't stick out a lot. It'll blend in with the black grille. So this is what the light will mount to. It will not mount to the actual bracket that the lights come with. And we did this so that this would mount closer to the grille and not stick out, and this would look a lot better. Now this is kind of cool too. You can see on the side there, he embosses it with his logo, which is kind of cool. And with all the work that we've been doing back and forth, he actually did this on mine. My initials and then GR. So, JCGR. So I thought that was kind of cool. So, but this is the piece that mounts on the outside that the light will mount to. And then this is the piece that mounts on the other side, on the inside of the grill. And you can see the holes, and there are nuts inside of it, so they don't fall out. There is a piece of tape covering everything, and that way you can easily screw them in, and the nuts will grab the screws that he provides. And so I'm going to start this process today. I'm going to get these mounted because we have a big Toyota meet tomorrow, and I want them on there so people can see what these look like. I will then work on getting everything wired in. I do have a wiring harness from Diode Dynamics, and ultimately I would like to get these wired in so that they trigger a relay and they come on with the high beams. Now, I am not an electrical person, and I don't claim to know anything about these new CAN bus systems. Years ago, it was real easy. You could just tap into a high beam circuit from the relay, and when they hit your high beams, if the switch was on for these lights, then they would come on. It's a whole new game now with CAN bus, and so I am trying to learn about that. If anybody knows how to do that, I sure would love it. Reach out in the comments and let me know, because my knowledge is sorely lacking when it comes to these CAN bus systems. But I figure there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way to trigger a relay from the high beam so they come on when the switch is on. With that being said, let me get into the front of the car and I'll show you how I'm going to do this. If I clamp these together, you can see how they're going to clamp around 3 ribs. This top part, the middle hole, and the bottom cap. So it's going to clamp around 3 different pieces of the grill, so it'll be extremely secure. The first thing you're going to have the option of is, where do you want to put it? And there is no right or wrong answer to that. It's wherever you want to put it. And I'm going to try right here first. You can always move them. My long-term plan, these are driving lights, and I would like to put a set of spotlights on also, because I do a lot of night driving and in the middle of nowhere. So I'm thinking about putting the spots right here in the middle for maximum distance, driving lights here, and then I have my fog lights on the side. Now, for those of you with the facelift at 25 or 26 that didn't come with the lights, you might want to have fog lights in yours, or if you do multiple pairs, then you could also do a fog light and driving light or any combination thereof. So get this fit and then snap this in front of it, and then I'm going to take a screw here, and once you get one started, then the others will all line up. There we go. So there are 3 longer screws and there's one shorter one. The shorter one goes down at the bottom there. Now I'm trying something different. He provides some stainless steel screws. I did go out and buy some black ones just so I can see. I wasn't sure how obvious the screws were going to be. I think that these would be hidden. But I'm going to put some in the other one just so I can see. So I get this final screw done and snug everything down. You know what you guys think of this. I've had some people ask about mounting them inside and underneath the bumper support or something like that. So, and that, that is a possibility. There are no holes. On my Corolla I mounted some lights behind the grille, and the cross brace up here had 2 holes that I was able to use, but this doesn't have any, and they're just looking through it. Not that you couldn't take the bumper off and drill some holes, but I didn't want to do that. So now that is nice and secure. That is going nowhere. This is going to sit just like that, and I'm telling you, that's going to look awesome. Absolutely awesome. Okay, so let me get the longer bolt that goes into there, and we'll get that mounted up so you can see what it looks like. There we go. There we go. There is one of them, guys. Alrighty, let's get this guy up in place. There we go. Okay, now, and once you get them snug, then you can kind of position that exactly where you want it, and then finish snugging these down. I mean, you don't need a rip on them. These are actually 3D printed, believe it or not, in Europe, because it's so expensive to get them done here in the US that he would need to charge a lot more. So even with the extra costs of doing it in Europe as far as shipping, it's cheaper for him. He can sell them for a lot less, about the half to a third the price, or a half to 2/3, I guess, of the price that he would have to do it if he had them made in the US. So it's a bargain, guys. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So you can kind of see a side view. I'll show you both of them there. I think they look great. The brackets really blend in and disappear with the grill. And I would think that if you had the gloss grill, that you could just paint these gloss black and they'd blend right in that way too. So there you go, guys. What do you think?